Recruiter here to review your resumes. The resume we have up first is an AI engineer that has not gotten a single interview from their resume in almost a year. So this is a very, very bad resume. And I'm here to tell you why it's bad, why it does not work, and how to fix it. So I do more than tech, but right now the tech market is disgustingly cooked. It is deeply, deeply cooked. It's real bad. So like 90% of the jobs that are sent to, or resumes that are sent to me are tech. So what do we need for an AI engineer? We need degree, Python or other backends, although in the US, at least Python is preferred. ML, LLMs, cloud, any of those, built stuff in production, agentic systems, multi-agent, agentic coding, such as Claude Code, OpenAI, Codex, Cursor, LangGraph, LangChain, Google ADK, OpenAI, Agent, SKD. Some of those, you don't need all of them. You just need one or two of the frameworks. Communicate technical details to a non-technical audience. That is critical. MLOps, AI architecture, AI orchestration, and rare is industry, SQL, RAG, Git, and NumPy. So let's see what I can and cannot find in 20 seconds, because that is the only amount of time that recruiters have. If we do not find it in that time, they get yeeted and deleted. So we begin now. This doesn't matter. Architected AK. Doesn't matter. That can matter. This doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Managed CI/CD, GitHub could matter. Monitored doesn't matter, and code quality doesn't matter. Time. That is all I have. Yeah, this makes sense to me why this is a terrible resume. So first off, your formatting is bad. Now, it's not the only reason you're getting rejected, your formatting. It's the content, but I wanted to bring it up. This is the format you should use. This is the format that's best. This is how you do it. But this does not work. So summary sections and skill sections don't count. I need to find 75% of these in qualification format, not keyword format. The qualification format is what you did, which it would be the keyword, how you did it, the non-technical reasons you did it, and where you did it. Those are what matters. If you do not tell me the what, the how, the why, the where in each sentence, it does not count. So that does not count. And then here, architected a centralized document uploading system. Okay, that's what it is. That's fine. Using Next.js. Nope, don't care about. Node.js, don't care about. And internal RESTful APIs, which I don't care about. Reducing manual processing time by blah, 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 blah. That doesn't matter. I don't see anything I need there except for AWS, which is fine. But again, why does it matter that you followed software development lifecycle practices? What was the point of that? I don't know. You didn't tell me. And then we go down to here. And again, I don't care that you improved API response times. That's irrelevant. You could maybe use CI/CD, right? CI/CD might be good for this. But the rest of this isn't. And this is my big problem with this resume is it's filled to the brim with hot dogs. So I want you to imagine that you're hungry. You go to a restaurant and you're like, I'd like a cheeseburger, sir. And the waiter says, all right, cheeseburger coming right up. So they go to the back and they bring you and they go, here's your cheeseburger, but it is not a cheeseburger. It is 4 hot dogs covered in cheese. You would be like, excuse me, waiter. I think there's been a mistake. I asked for a cheeseburger. These are 4 hot dogs covered in cheese. And the waiter says, well, what you wanted was a cheeseburger, and a hot dog has meat like a hamburger. A hot dog has buns just like a hamburger, and a hot dog has cheese like a hamburger. So when you said you wanted a cheeseburger, what you really wanted was these 4 hot dogs, and you would look at them like they were crazy, and you would walk away without paying, because that is not what you wanted. And that is the exact same thing here. Does architecting a centralized document upload system using Next, Node.js, and internal RESTful APIs mean you're a phenomenal engineer? Maybe, but it's not what we're looking for. Does it matter that you manage CI/CD pipelines? Git, again, I'm gonna count Git and CI/CD maybe, but it doesn't matter that you Docker-based, containerized, monitored productions using Grafana. It doesn't matter that you code quality identified. You know what matters is that you used Python. Is that you have a degree, which you did have. Which is up here. So it's good that you have the degree there. It also matters that you can communicate technical details to a non-technical audience, and you failed. part of the test for communicating technical details to a non-technical audience is the resume itself. Your resume needs to show that you can communicate these details, because your boss may not be technical. Your main client who is funding your entire paycheck may not know what ADK is, and they may not know the difference between LangGraph and LangChain, which is singular agents versus multi-agents. They may not know that, and you have to explain that in simplified terms. This resume shows me you cannot do that. And again, it's not just me. It's not Lee as being a hyper-picky recruiter. It's every single recruiter and hiring manager is telling this person that this is wrong for the last 8 to 10 months. So I'm going to need you to take this resume and delete it. All right? I need you to delete it, because there's nothing here that is salvageable. And I'm going to need you to make it look like this. And I'm going to need you to make bullet points that say what you did in a simple manner that involve this stuff. And again, I'm not even asking for like all of this. I just need 75%. I need something of agentic coding. I need something of frameworks. I do need Python and cloud. You did have the cloud, which was good. And I need to see that you built stuff in production. And again, I need to see that you can communicate technical details to a non-technical audience. And I did not see that. This is what those jobs are requiring. It doesn't matter that you are a great engineer. It matters what they're looking for. And if what they're looking for is not this, then you are not going to get moved forward. So that is why this resume stinks. That is why this person is getting obliterated in the job market. It's because they don't have anything that we actually need. Because I need you to break away from the thing that skill matters. There is a bar minimum level of skill that you need to get a job. After that, it's usually very specific, because one manager's PIP is another manager's rock star. And if you've never been on a PIP, good for you. I hope you never have to go on a PIP. So that is it for this resume. Before we go to the next one, I just want to say thank you for watching. And if you ever need more help, you can join my live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST on twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter and right here on YouTube. And if you ever, if you ever want to get access to my videos a little bit early, you can be a member. You can join in the link below. And I just want to say to my members, thank you very much for supporting me. I'm a small channel, and I really, really appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Let's go to the next resume. This is a resume of a software engineer intern. What do we need for an intern? We need 4 things. This goes across every single internship I've ever seen in my life. We need a degree, a basic knowledge of whatever it is you're interning for. For this case, it would be a tech stack. So language, library, cloud, and object-oriented programming, and a little bit of AI and SQL. The ability to work well with others and take direction and criticism. That is it. So this person is in Egypt, but I have gotten people jobs all across the globe. I've gotten people jobs in the US, obviously, Canada, Mexico, the EU, the UK, Africa, and I believe Singapore. So I've helped people everywhere get it, and a bunch of places in the UK or the EU as well. So, which I know Egypt is not a part of the EU, but still. So let's see what we can find. This person's ratio is not great. The problem is there's just not a lot of these roles in Egypt in the first place. They've gotten 2 online assessments out of 20 applications. One was with the one I reviewed and one with the current one they've just put in. So this is at least working a little bit. I've also applied to 70 full-time positions, but I didn't hear back from any of them. I don't know if you're going to get any full-time positions. This is the part where my knowledge of the Egyptian job market is off, but I'm imagining that until you graduate, you're not going to be able to get those roles. Let's see. So let's see what they do right and wrong. 20 seconds on the clock. Also, if you want to know what a good ratio is, at least in the US, is for every 50 applications you send, you should have at least 1 interview. And anything lower than that is good. Anything higher than that is bad. So 20 seconds on the clock. Let's see if I can find that. And go. Degree good. Formatting is perfect. Built a digital wallet using React, TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and Go. Perfect. So user can send money. Perfect. Don't bold it, but otherwise good. Implement rest of JW2 and auth. Stripe hook for deployment in AWS. Nope, you need to tell me why. Build a concurrent job schedule to prevent abuse. Is this relevant? Let's see, long business and time. So I was able to get down to here, which is good. So here's some things you do right. One, I love your first sentence with one exception. Do not bold it. If you notice, nothing here is bolded except this and this and this. Those are the only things that should be bolded in your resume. Nothing else should be bolded. So do not bold. So despite you writing this correctly, do not bold this. Do not bold this. The second bullet point does not really tell me what you did. I like the AWS. I like the RESTful API. I like the Stripe. I don't know why you did this though. You could just say so customers could top up their carts. That would be a good way to do it. But right now, this is too technical. And then this is filled with hot dogs because there's nothing here I need. So this one is largely irrelevant. And then I want you to move this up here because remember, I need to see how you can work well with others and take direction and criticism. I don't see that here, which is bad. The first thing I see is down here, which is collaborated with the 6 team. I don't want you to say that. I don't want you to say collaborated. Collaborate is the worst word you can use. I want you to say worked with a team of 6 in an agile scrum environment to meet weekly or daily stand-ups so we could build an IoT system for factory safety and access control. But that would show that you can work well with others. I still can't see take direction and criticism though. And again, I need to see that you can take direction and criticism. And you're lucky in that these are projects, so you can move these around however you want. So you have some good tech here, but you don't explain it down here. And then this one is bad. And then down here, you actually have a good work together. But I need to see that you can take direction and criticism. And I really, really need to see a better way of you describing working together with others. But otherwise, this is okay. So I think this would probably be a C- and that it passes, but barely, but it does pass. I just need just a little bit clearer about what you did and to remove some of these hot dogs. Next resume. This is a resume of a data analyst. We do not have their ratio. They said the jobs I worked on have been part-time. This is a new resume I created based on your advice. So what do we need for a data analyst? We need degree, industry, SQL, data visualization, Tableau, Power BI, Looker, influencing stakeholders, explaining technical concepts to non-technical stakeholders. That is huge. Again, I do not want to see that you met stakeholders. I want to see that you changed their minds. I want to see that you can explain complex details to them. That is what I want to see. Not that you built something that did it, that you did it. Your job is, because Elon Musk is trying to change the company name to X from Twitter, and everybody knows that is a terrible idea, and your job is to convince Elon Musk why changing X to Twitter is a bad idea, and how number is going to go down. So, how you solved a problem with data, not what the data is. MS Excel, so macros, pivot tables, VLOOKUP, Word, Python, R, multiple projects and deadlines, and nice to have is cloud AI security clearance. So 20 seconds on the clock. Let's see if this is good or bad, because again, we don't have a ratio. And go. Okay, degree, good. Collected, cleaned, and analyzed student enrollment data using SQL, Excel, Python, Advanced Trends, improved student retention strategies. Okay, good. Created interactive dashboards, automated pipelines using Power BI, Tableau, Word, for example, to non-technical stakeholders. Enabling the students' proved outcome, no. Manage multiple projects, reporting, meeting deadlines, show compliance with state, good. And use SQL to analyze projects. All right, time. Again, the purpose of my formatting is that I can get further down. So you have a very good first sentence, right? Except for cleaned. I don't know. Every single data analyst focuses on cleaning data. I've never seen a single job that requires it. So I'd rather you just put analyzed, right? Analyzed student enrollment and attendance data using SQL, Excel, macros, pivot tables, VLOOKUP, and Python to identify trends and improve student retention strategies. That is a perfect first sentence. That has most of what I need. That is really good. Okay, there we go. Keep that. Then we go down to this one, and it's too big. Your goal should be you need to have a minimum of 3 keywords, a maximum of 6, but you should not go over 3 lines. And this is too bulky of a sentence, right? I lost focus down here. Created interactive dashboards. Okay, good. And reports. I don't care that they're automated. Remember, less is more. And reports, right? In fact, I don't even know if you need to use reports, but you can just say created interactive dashboards using data visualization and Microsoft Word to communicate complex educational data to non-technical stakeholders. Enabling data-driven decisions, no. No. Policies that... To create policies that improve students' outcomes. Although, again, outcomes is too technical. What do you mean outcomes? What did it do? So, my problem with this, though, is... This does not count as explaining technical concepts to non-technical people. Again, I stated earlier, I don't want to see that you built something that explained technical concepts. I want to see that you yourself explain those technical concepts and that you influence them. So this sentence only really has data visualization and Microsoft Word, which is... Does dashboards count? Yeah. So that is 2 keywords. This only has 2 keywords, right? Which is data visualization and Microsoft Word. The Power BI and Tableau is good, but that counts under 1 keyword. So I'm going to need you to rewrite some of this. And then this one is good. Manage projects and data report. Well, this part is bad, right? Meeting multiple deadlines, ensuring compliance with state education requirements is good. But that's only 1 keyword. Remember, you want a minimum of 3. I would move... I need you to have a little bit more, because this has 3 keywords, this has 2, this has 1, and I don't see that you explain technical concepts to non-technical people or influence them, because it's not what you built, it's what you did, okay? To an international client, and then this one is good. I like the first sentence down here. This is good. Python BI description reports ranking line automated proactively just relays. And then this one needs another keyword because there's only 2. So is this a garbage, no good resume? No, not at all. It does a lot of things right, and I think it will have some success. But my goal is to get you a 1 in 7. And I don't think this is a 1 in 7. I think this is a 1 in 35 to a 1 in 40. But I want to get you a 1 in 7. And to get a 1 in 7, you are going to have to make those changes. So next, resume. This is another intern. So this person said this is their 3rd or 4th time submitting, so this better be darn perfect. I made the bullet points for my newest internship. Myself, every other one you've already reviewed. So roast me. So this better be perfect, right? If this is your 4th time, this resume better be fantastic. I better see almost no flaws. So yeah, I wanna make sure that happens. Also, I don't know why it hyperlinked Next.js here, and I don't think this person knows either, so I'm just gonna ignore that. So for interns, we already know what we need. So 20 seconds on the clock. Go. Education, good. Vice President AI Club, like it. Worked in a team of engineers in agile sprints to implement ideas for product managers with TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS in an AWS environment. That shouldn't be capitalized to enhance user retention rates. Perfect. Participate in daily stand-up meetings with the team, discuss projects and agile sprints, and take directions guided from the team of developers. Contribute through GitHub. Kind of too similar to the first one. Communicated with editors to create personalized surface experience with Claude, efficiency, and time. So, I want to see ability to work well with others and take directions, criticism. But not every sentence needs to have it. You can have a sentence with just tech. Okay, I want to be clear. Not every sentence needs to have it. Like, you want it once in a job. So I worked in a team of engineers. Boom, already tells me you could work well with others in agile sprints to implement ideas from product managers with TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, and AWS to enhance user retention rate. That tells me that you can take direction and criticism. So you already knocked that off. So when you repeat it again here, I don't actually need that. You can actually fill the rest of this with tech. The rest of these can now be tech. Right now you can say, let's see, created GitHub CI/CD pipelines from X and Y. So you overdid it now, which is funny, but this is not going to be that hard. Because remember, you don't want to repeat the same keyword twice in the same job. You want to repeat it in multiple other jobs. So now you can actually just say things like, used Claude and Codex to create X and Y. So you don't need to do communicated here. You don't need to necessarily do stand-ups here because, again, you already did it. You need these two things, ability to work well with others and take direction criticism, but you only need them once in a particular internship or job. Remember, you don't need to overdo it. So you have the right idea. You took too much of that advice. And then again, I don't think this should be capitalized. Writing code, yeah, fantastic. I like that one. So yeah, if anything, I hate saying this, you need to remove the fact that you work together with others. you need to remove it from this one, and you need to remove it from this one. These should just be pure tech now. Yeah, that's it. That's my only complaint. So, which is really funny, but you did it. You did it too well. You overachieved in the first one. So I'm not mad that this is your third or fourth time because this is actually very, very good. But those are the only two things that I really have to complain about, and they're not major, but they do exist. So if anybody wants to know what a good resume looks like, it's 90% of it is this. You just don't have to repeat the teamwork in the same bullet point. But yeah, overall, good job. I like it. Next resume. This is a resume of another intern. It's like the fourth intern on this one. I did not plan this. I want to be clear. So there's a lot of interns. So what do we need for an intern? We already know. I need to go over it for an eighth time. So yeah, let's see if I can find it. This person is stated, I'm new to this whole industry. I switched from secondary education to computer science, just trying to learn the ropes. I've never applied before. I switched my college degree. So I'm only 2 semesters in. I am quite the untraditional student. Ask me on stream if you want to find out more. I don't know if you're really untraditional. I mean, look, you got to find your passion at some point. No one was just born out of the womb a perfect software engineer. You kind of just got to figure it out, and you got to start at some point. So let's see if we can figure out if this is good or garbage. So 20 seconds on the clock. And start. Okay, formatting is bad. What is this? Build to configure real-time enemy spawning systems. This is a hot dog. Implemented using custom events. XP reward. It's not a video game. Front end by React is what I could use. And time. So you have committed a cardinal sin of putting everything I wanted in the actual, this little part right here. Don't do this. Remember, this right here needs to be in the bullet points. You are going to need to restart this. So first off, fix your formatting. Second off, what is this? Why is this important? I don't know. You didn't tell me. Extracurricular is fine, but what is Night Hacks? You could say a group of white hat hackers. That makes sense. But what is Night Hacks? I don't know. You didn't tell me. I'm just making it progressively harder and harder to see because this is what actually happens is this doesn't matter. So is it okay to put the extracurricular there? Yes, that's okay-ish. I prefer it to be sort of towards the bottom or in a project, but a bigger issue is what is it? I don't know. You didn't tell me. And then here, I don't see anything I need besides React. Like, remember, we are not keyword hunting, we are qualification hunting. And that means I need to see TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. I need to see React. I need to see Next.js, which you should have. I need to see SQL, if you have it. But right now, I don't see any of it. You talked entirely about... I'm not really sure. You talked about how your characters in your video game leveled up. And I say this as somebody who's been playing video games since he was a young lad, right? I'm turning 38, which by the time this video comes out, I might already be 38. And I have played video games since I was like 5. I don't I don't know why this is important to this, right? I am the cross section of tech recruiter and gamer. This has nothing related to what I'm looking for in an intern. Remember, it's not that you did this, it's that you can show you used this stuff in how you did it. Now, if you said instead, built a video game using TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and SQL, where players would, party and roll dice or whatever, right? That was the worst video game thing ever. It's a Survivor Light. So, how would you even describe a video game where characters level up and defeat hordes of enemies, right? That would be how you do, because like Vampire Survivors and Warhammer Survivors and that type of game. And the surprisingly good VTuber version of it, which was really, really good and free. So that is how you want to write it. But, like, I don't see that you know any languages. I don't see that you know SQL or cloud or AI or object-oriented programming. I only see React. And then we go down to here, and again, led the product pipeline for... I'm not looking for you to lead, and none of this is related to what I'm looking for, except React. The only thing I got with this is that you used React and Git. And that's it. And that's not enough to get a role. Because remember, you need to show that you can work well with others and take direction and criticism. Manage a live stream. Technical operations. Again, this has nothing to do with what I want. Nothing to do with what I want. This is you teaching. But again, I'm not looking for you to teach. I'm looking for you to work well together with others and take direction and criticism. And then here, co-founded and scaled a company for an audience. That's actually wild. Drove revenue to 503 per engagement. Again, this is not what I'm looking for. None of this is what I'm looking for. This is the resume I would probably most understand out of anything. And I don't see anything I need to move you forward. At the very bottom, it was a McDonald's shift manager, which is perfect. That's actually what they'd be looking for. You buried it. You know what you do as a shift manager? You're managing other people. I don't want the management, but you can work with them. You can talk with them. You can provide customer service. That shows you can work well together with others. So right now, I'm going to need you to delete this and start again. And I'm going to need you to focus on this stuff. Because remember, the only thing that matters is the qualifications. And if you don't get the qualifications, you don't get to move forward. So none of this other stuff of level up upgrades, of XP systems, which I guess would also be level ups, of custom events, nothing matters but what's here. And I need to see your basic language, SQL, cloud, AI, object-oriented programming, the ability to work well with others, and takes direction and criticism. And I need to see that. If you don't have AI, that's fine. But the rest of it I need to see, and I am not seeing it in this resume. So that is why you are, going to struggle with this, is it reads like nothing. You've essentially submitted a blank page, which is why you're going to struggle. So that is all I can do for this resume. I just want to say thank you all for watching and commenting and liking and subscribing. And to my members who get access to videos a little bit early, thank you very much for supporting this channel. I could not do it without you. And if you want to support this channel as well, you can join in the link below. And if you ever need help getting your resume reviewed, join me on my live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST on twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter. But that is it for this video, and I will see you in the next one to help you get ahead of your job search. Later.